Hi students, welcome to online class. So in this video we are going to discuss about chapter 9, Introduction to C++. So now we are going to discuss about data types, variables and expressions. We are going to discuss about data types, variables and expressions. See, every programming language has two important fundamental elements. These are the fundamental things. What are they? They are data types and variables. Without data type and without variable, we cannot work with the programming language. So these are the basic things, these are the fundamental elements in each and every programming languages. They are very essential elements to write even the most elementary programs. See, whenever you are creating a basic program, whenever you are creating a small program, so which are the essential elements means the data type and variables are essential. Without data type and variables, we cannot create a simple program or we cannot create a sample program or small program. See, C++ provides a predefined set of data types. So already C++ program contains some data types which are already defined, which are already predefined or already defined, and then it comes with the C++ language. It comes with the C++ language. So why those data types are created means those data types are created for handling the data items. Those data types are created for handling the data items. Such data types are called as fundamental data types or built-in data types. Such data types are called fundamental data types or built-in data types that comes with the C++ language. So those data types are already predefined. At the same time, apart from the built-in data type, a programmer can also create his own data type. So such type of data is called as, such data types are called user-defined data types. Such data types are called user-defined data types. So that is what they are saying. So the data types and variables are very important things. They are essential ones. These are the fundamental elements in the C++ program. So without these two elements, we cannot create the C++ program. So whenever we are discussing about data types, C++ defines its own data type. That is, it defines, C++ language defines the predefined data types. Defines the predefined data types for handling the data items. Such data types are called as fundamental data types or built-in data types. Apart from the built-in data types, the user can also create his own data type. Such data types are called user-defined data types. Right? So whenever we are discussing about these data types, we want to know what is data type. So for that we want to know the concept of data types. How the data types was evolved. Let us look the following example. Name equal to Ram. Let us take the following example. Name equal to Ram, age equal to 15, average underscore mark equal to 85.6. Name equal to Ram, age equal to 15, average underscore mark equal to 85.6. When you see this example, you can understand that name, age, average underscore marks are called fields. Name, age and average underscore mark are called fields. which holds the value, which is holding the value called ROM 15 and 85.6. So name, age, average underscore mark are called fields. The field contains the values called ROM 15 85.6. But when you say this, so these words fields and values, these are not technical words which are related to computer. See, whenever a form is application form is given to you, let us take the real time example, right? Instead of going for a C++ programming language, let us consider the real time example. Whenever you are going for a college, applying for a college, they used to give the application form. When you see the application form, there are several columns are there. There are several fields are there. They ask you to fill the name of the applicant, father name, sex, religion. Like that, they ask you to fill each and every detail. So those are called fields. For that particular field, you are going to fill the value. What is the name of the applicant? What is the father name? Right, like that we used to fill all the value. But instead of saying this, if you say using programming language, if we go in a technical manner, we used to call it as, the fields are called it as variables. That is, in a programming language, fields are referred as variables. Fields are referred as variables and the values are referred as data. Fields are referred as variables and the values are referred as data. Each data item in the above example looks different. Is it right or not? See, whenever you consider the programming language, the fields are called variable, whereas the values are referred as data. Here in the above example, name equal to ROM, age equal to 15, average underscore mark equal to 85.6. So what are the data? ROM 15, 85.6. Each and every data is different. How? Because ROM contains characters. 15 is the whole number. 15 is the whole number that does not contain decimal point and fractional part. Whereas the third thing, 85.6 contains the whole number, decimal point and fractional part. Right? So that is, ROM is a sequence of alphabets and other two data items are numbers. So first data item is a string, or else we can call it as character, set of characters. We can call it as set of characters or string. Whereas the second one and third one are called numbers. Where second one and third one are numbers. Here you can see both the numbers are different. How? The first value is a whole number and the second value is the fractional number. So here itself you can see the data are of different types. The data are of different types. How? First data contains a set of character, second data contains the whole number, third data contains the fractional number. So from this example we can understand that all the three data are of different types. All the three data are of different types. So that is what here they are saying. Each data item in the above looks different. Each data item in the above example looks different. Right? See, in real world scenarios, there is a lots of different kinds of data. There are lots of different kinds of data in our daily life we used to handle. We used to handle lots of different kinds of data day by day we used to handle. The nature or the type of data items varies. The nature and the type of data items. Each and every data has different nature. Each and every data has different nature, as well as the type is also different. Right, let us take an example. For example, if you take distance, see distance from your home to school. From your home to school. So the distance from your home to school is different from ticket fare. So the ticket fare from your home to school is different from the distance from your home to school. For example, if the distance from your home to school is 18 kilometers, whether the cost of the ticket is 18? No. The cost of the bus may be, that is ticket fare may be 5 rupees, maybe 10 rupees or 12 rupees. So the distance is different from ticket fare, as well as the cost of the pen. Whether the cost of the pen is same as anything else. For example, if we consider the temperature, your body temperature and the cost of the pen will be same? No. The cost of the pen will be different, your body temperature will be different. So like that, each and every data item is different type. Each and every data item are of different type. In C++ programming, before handling any data, whenever we used to handle any data, it should be clearly specified to the language compiler what kind of data it is, with some predefined set of data types. See, whenever we are handling any data, that is whenever we are handling any value, we are handling any data item, we want to clearly inform to the language compiler. We want to clearly inform to the C++ compiler, that is Dev C++ compiler or Turbo C++ compiler. We want to inform that I am going to use this kind of data. I am going to use this kind of data in this variable. I am going to handle this kind of data for this particular variable. So I want to define what kind of data type you are using. I want to define what kind of data type I am using for which variable. I want to specify all those things. So in C++ programming, before handling the data, I want to inform to the language compiler what kind of data I am going to work. And then I want to specify what type of data, what is the data type, what type of data, everything I want to specify that. Can you understand, students? Right. So from this video you might have understood that what is a data type, what is the concept of data type. The concept of data type is in our real world as well as in our programming, we are going to handle different kinds of data. So whenever I am going to handle different kinds of data, I want to use different data types. Is it right or not? When I am going to handle different kinds of data, I want to use different data types. So that's what we have seen. Name equal to Ram, age equal to 15. So Ram is one kind of data, 15 is one kind of data. Both the data are not same. So both the data type will be different. Both the data type will be different. So whenever we are using the different kinds of data in C++ programming language, we want to specify what type of data we are using, and then what is the data type of the variable. We want to specify to the language compiler in a clear manner. Then only we can use that particular data for that variable. Can you understand, students? I think you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.